We are sensual beings, meaning that we interact with this reality through our senses, how we feel. And this is where things get confusing for people. And it's where things got confusing for me. And what I discovered was a very simple formula for dealing with this aspect. And it's because some of the senses or some of the feelings, emotions, the sensations that we have inside, we can't understand them, especially in a certain moment. That's probably why people don't like to be prepared for social aspects, is because if we feel sensations that don't feel right to us, we can shut down, and we might do something that we didn't want to do or to say, that sort of thing. So I discovered this simple formula that's very helpful for dealing with this. And the formula is EFTI. And so we'll just go through those one letter at a time. So we'll start with the I. I just means integration, which is very simple. If you use the formula, you're automatically integrating. So boom, you're good there. T. T is your thoughts, the things that go through your mind. And then you have feelings and emotions. And so how we separate this in this simple formula is we say that a feeling, how we define a feeling as something that we're conscious of. So give you an example of that. Let's just say that you think of your favorite food, and then you would have a sensation, and in this case we define that sensation as a feeling, because the thoughts that are going through our heads match the sensation that we're feeling within our body. And this can happen the other way around. We might have that sensation, that feeling, and then all of a sudden we have that craving for that particular food. So basically we've created a one-to-one relationship with our feelings and our thoughts. And so that's the conscious part. That's the easier part for us to deal with, is when we know it. That's when we're confident. When our feelings, our sensations, feelings match our thoughts, or our thoughts match our feeling sensations. Where things get murky, more difficult, is with emotions. And those are those sensations that we have that we don't know exactly why that sensation, why we're experiencing that sensation. And so it's so simple, is to just have the idea that of the formula: emotions, feelings, thoughts, and integration. Now, as long as you're, and to understand when to use it is when you're confused. And so you've already got the things that you know, which are your feelings and your thoughts. And when those match up, usually we're in homeostasis. That's when things are good, we're feeling good. But it's when we have emotions where things get a little skewy. And so the idea of this is that we sit with that emotion, that we allow that emotion to happen. And that is the formula right there, is to sit with that emotion and to not try to define it, because that's one of the things we can do out of reactivity if we're not being conscious about things, or making unconscious, which would be emotions and unconscious, because we're unconscious of why we're experiencing it. And so people will shut down when they experience an emotion. They will determine that the emotion, let's say they get anxious, or they get fearful, they get angry. All of these kind of things can come through people, and then they will assign an identity. They will say, well, I'm just an angry person, or I'm an anxious person. When in truth, it's just that you're just an uncalibrated human being. And to just sit with your emotions and let it integrate, to let it happen is an incredibly powerful tool to moving from paradigm A to paradigm B. Yeah, we'll just leave it there.